Hi Cancer, this is your April monthly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this monthly reading. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll then do the X spread. After that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And at the end, we'll get you an advice for the whole month of April. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love in April. We have the High Priestess, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Three of Pentacles, clarified by the Star. In the potential outcome, we have the King of Swords with the Empress and the Ten of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We also have Pisces and Taurus on the table. I usually go with a King or a Queen, or both, if one or both show up. So I got this King of Swords, the first card in the potential outcome. Yeah, that's the person you're going to be dealing with. And for some of you, this is somebody who is already in your life. Anyway, the King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or they may have a lot of air in their chart. But if they're not an air sign, that's okay too. They could be embracing the energy of the King of Swords. This is just somebody who is very intelligent, very smart, very straightforward and direct. And I've noticed a few things about this reading, Cancer. First of all, there is no offers on the table. Zero. There's no pages. There's no knights. There's no aces. None whatsoever. Okay? However, we do have this duality going on. Let me explain. The Nine of Pentacles all the way to your left, clarifying the High Priestess. This card is often referred to as the Empress of the Minor Arcana cards. And we have the actual Empress in the potential outcome, right? There is 2 wish come true, wish granted cards in the tarot deck, and both of them are on the table. The Star and the Nine of Cups. And we also have 2 commitment and marriage cards on the table. The Ten of Pentacles, the third card from the left, and the Ten of Cups, the card sitting right next to the deck. So you got this duality, right? 2 Empresses, 2 wish come true cards, 2 commitment and marriage cards. But what that's telling me, you guys match. It's just a perfect match. That's what it's telling me. You can interpret this however you want, but that's what it's telling me. This duality, you guys match. It's like you two are a mirror reflection of each other. Perhaps you've always wanted to meet someone like this person, Cancer. And perhaps this person, they always imagined somebody whom they're going to marry. And when they see you, they will... whatever they imagined inside their own head will match with what they see in you. Okay? And remember how I said this is somebody who is already in your life or will be in your life soon? We have the High Priestess, the first card that came out. Could be a Pisces here in German. But I don't usually clarify the High Priestess. I usually don't, but this time I did. Something told me, my intuition told me the High Priestess could be a card of intuition. So I clarified it, and the puzzle got completed with this duality. And another way to interpret that, the High Priestess could be a card of secrets, right? Something you're not aware of. And the Nine of Pentacles, clarifying it, it's a card of somebody who is being admired, somebody who is being put up on a pedestal, somebody who is in the spotlight. So what that's telling me as well is that this person could be your secret admirer, or they could be admiring you from a distance, or they could be admiring you before they make their move for a while. I don't know, a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Right? The Three of Pentacles right there in the middle, clarified by the Star. The Three of Pentacles, for some of you, it could be how you already know this person. The Three of Pentacles is a card of collaboration, right? This is when a group of people get together and they do something together. So for some of you, it could be somebody you work with, do business with. They could be working in the same building with you. They could be working for another company, and the company you work for deals with them. It could be somebody in your gym, somebody in your yoga class, somebody who is in your friend circle. But yeah, for now, or for at least the right after the two of you get acquainted, they'll be admiring you, and then they will make their... I will just have to assume they make their move. And then, even though we don't have any pages, no knights, no aces, but we do have everything else on the table. It's like it's a done deal. I guess this is just the way of the universe to say it's a done deal, right? And it really is. Two commitment and marriage cards, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. When both of them show up, it's like you're getting the best of both worlds, right? The Ten of Pentacles is a card of financial abundance, stability, buying real estate together, and the Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is often referred to as the happily ever after card. The Empress is a wife figure, a mother figure, and sitting right next to the family card. Yes, definitely commitment, definitely marriage coming your way. So yeah, I just love this for you, Cancer. This looks amazing. Okay, it's a done deal. All right, I'm not even going to bother with an extended because that would be a waste of time. Really happy for you, Cancer. Congratulations. Cancer, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Lovers, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Fool, and we also have the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Gemini or an Aries. Well, there's some kind of a choice, right? The Lovers is either a Gemini you're dealing with, or it is a card of a choice. But then we have this progression from the Page to the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? The Fool, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, is a card of a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, trying or doing something you haven't tried in the past, right? So, yeah, I can interpret this a couple of different ways. Perhaps you guys are purchasing something, thinking about purchasing something or starting something, and perhaps the Page of Pentacles could be like an initial or a down payment in it. And the Ace of Pentacles is the sum, the full sum that you'll end up paying in the future, right? And another way to interpret this, perhaps you do have a choice and one of you wants one option and the other one wants the other option, right? And one of you will be bribing the other to move forward with the option they want, right? The Page of Pentacles, it's like they will try to sweeten the deal, right? But not like really bribing, but if they may tell you, you know what, if we go with this option, then I promise I'll be doing dishes for the next year. Or I'll be washing your car for the next year. For some reason I keep thinking that. All right? Or perhaps you have an anniversary coming up or something like that, or some kind of an occasion, and it has to do with the two of you. Perhaps it's an anniversary of when the two of you first met, first date, first kiss, I don't know, right? And expect gifts. Expect gifts. The Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles could be a gift. For others of you, perhaps one of you really, really wants to do something, but the other one is a little skeptical. Again, I'm thinking about that bribing, right? Perhaps with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, they will try to convince you to do whatever it is they want you to do. The Fool is what they want you to do, something you haven't done before, something even risky, perhaps bungee jumping, or I don't know, diving in a cage with sharks swimming around you. I'm exaggerating, but jokes aside, it could be one of the scenarios. So yeah, it's like nothing really critical, nothing really bad, but we got all the good cards on the table. The Ace of Pentacles is a really good card. For very few of you, I guess, if you are wondering if they will ever propose to you, they could propose to you in April. The Ace of Pentacles could be that proposal, and the Page of Pentacles could be a piece of jewelry in a small box. Or they may offer to move in together, but the Page of Pentacles in this case is a key to their place. All right, so many variants, all right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Cancer. In April, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Lovers, we have the Nine of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, then we have the Ace of Pentacles clarified by Judgment, and we have the Moon on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, or pretty much any zodiac sign. Yeah, it feels like this person made the wrong choice at some point in the past, and now they're paying for it. Right? Perhaps now that the two of you have been apart, they've realized that you're the love of their life. They are really stressed out about this. They want to fix it. They want to come back to you, and they have a fear of rejection. Okay, but they're gonna come back to you anyway, and they know that they have to bring their A game. They know that they have to offer you something big, something major, otherwise you wouldn't even consider. Okay, so do expect something big and major. It could even be a proposal. Alright, so yeah, the Lovers, the first card I came out, could be a Gemini you're dealing with. The Lovers is a card of a choice, and since this is the first card that came out, perhaps they made their own choice by either breaking up with you or not even getting the show on the road with you. But, you know, the Lovers is also a card of the lover of your life, right? It's a soulmate card as well. So perhaps now that you've been away from them, they realized that you're the love of their life. They made their own choice. The Nine of Swords, the next card that came out, is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. I think this is them crying themselves to sleep every night, you know, beating themselves up for what they did in the past. The Wheel of Fortune clarifying it, this is them hoping to start a new cycle with you, with the Wheel of Fortune. Could be a Sagittarius you're dealing with. The Moon on the bottom of the deck could be a Pisces you're dealing with, but the Moon is one of the most emotional cards in the deck. It's also a card of fear. So I think this person fears that if they were to come back to you, you would reject them. Okay? And here they come, nevertheless, with the Ace of Pentacles clarified by Judgment. The Ace of Pentacles often comes through as a proposal in Cancer. Yeah, it does. And perhaps this person knows that the only way to have a chance with you is to propose to you, and you'll be surprised, Cancer, how often this happens with people, that they think that the only way to get somebody back is to propose to them, and you'll be surprised even more to find out that it often works. I don't know if it's going to work in your case. Judgment, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, is a card of somebody coming back from the past, but whenever Judgment comes out so late in the spread, it most likely means that you will have to make that judgment call, right? You'll have to decide what you want to do here. So you'll be the judge and the jury. But yeah, I see this person suffering. You know, they screwed up. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Cancer. This month we have the Two of Cups clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. We have Death, the Eight of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. The first word I thought of was pivot. Pivot is when things change. It's like a business changes direction or a person changes their career. You know, that's what it feels like. And it's not just you who is doing this. There's some kind of an agreement, right, that is taking place. The Two of Cups, the first card that came out, when it comes to work, business, and finances, this is my handshake card. Right, this is usually entitled handshake and perhaps paperwork, agreements, all that kind of stuff. The Eight of Pentacles clarifying it is a card of work, business, and finances. Death, the next card over, is that change, pivot. Right, Death is a card of transformation, and everybody's on board. Or perhaps you're making this change. Perhaps you're changing careers, or you're deciding to go back to school. If you're on your own business, perhaps you're merging with another company and things change. Or perhaps the company you work for, they are going to change something in a big way. Pivot, right? They will pivot in another direction. Okay? The Eight of Wands right next to the deck is a card of communication or a card of travel. For some of you, you could be traveling, or there's going to be communication notifying the shareholders or employees that the company is changing. The Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck could also be a travel card, but the Wheel of Fortune is the start of a cycle, a new cycle. Once this pivot takes place with the Death card and everybody's on board, that launches a new cycle. Okay? So yeah, I know it sounds a little like a corporate thing going here, but that's what I kind of feel here. You know, again, it could be you simply changing your area of expertise, your career, or you're doing something, and perhaps that requires for you to get into some kind of a partnership or at least in an agreement with somebody. All right? Cool. Here's the advice for you, Cancer, for the whole month of April. We have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Wands clarified by the Four of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, and we also have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I can interpret this a couple of different ways. Cancer, don't assume too much responsibilities, because you will burn yourself out. It's not gonna, as a matter of fact, you may not have enough time to take care of all of it. Another way to interpret this, if you've been thinking about ending something, or putting something to an end, or getting out of some kind of a situation that's too big of a burden, something that's taken a toll on you. Perhaps it's time to do just that. If you've been contemplating that, I think it's time to do that. Right? So we start off with the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles could be that contemplation that I was just talking about, or it could be you juggling a lot of responsibilities, a lot of tasks. All right? The Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it's a card of somebody who's stuck and trapped. All right? For some of you, you could have been stuck in a very unhealthy situation, or perhaps somebody's taken advantage of you, using you because you're so nice to them. Right? But for others, the Eight of Swords, this is you stuck contemplating whether you should end something, or whether you should get out of something or not, or whether you should assume additional responsibilities, right? So here comes the Ten of Wands clarified by the Four of Cups. The Ten of Wands is a card of a burden, a lot of responsibilities. At the same time, it's a card of something that's tough, something that's taken a toll on us, right? And the Four of Cups, clarifying it, I think the Four of Cups simply says either don't do it or don't do it anymore, okay? Or stop doing that. If somebody asks you to assume more responsibilities, tell them no. Or if you've been, carrying all those wands for a while, I think it's time for you to put an end to that. All right? Perhaps somebody comes over or somebody asks you for favors all the time. I think it's time for you to say no. All right? The Ten of Swords right next to the deck is a card of an ending. Okay? And I think that's you putting an end to whatever that Ten of Wands represents here. All right? So you actually got two tens, the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So you can apply it as it resonates in your particular situation. All right, so yeah, that's what I have for you, Cancer, for this reading, for this month. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Cancer, have an amazing April.